and one of those teams that got worse was the Clippers. Not only did they lose six-man of the year Montrezl Harrell and probably their only decent big besides Zubats, they only added Ibaka this whole free agency. And Ibaka, don't get me wrong, I really like Ibaka. I wish he would have played more for Toronto. And I saw you talk about that too, Caleb, about how you wanted him to play more.
If Nick Nurse played him over Marc Gasol, and this isn't another dig at the Lakers, but this is like an honest thing. Like, if you watch that series, Ibaka was killing us nonstop, like pick and pop threes. He was being big defensively. Like, if Nick Nurse played him the minutes that Marc Gasol got, they more than likely beat us. And that's not even an exaggeration because he was torching us. It's like Celtics fans were on Twitter begging Nick Nurse to put Marc Gasol back in.
Well, you guys got your wish, and you guys ended up getting Marc Gasol back in. And like you said, I think the Clippers got a big piece with Ibaka, but again, I just don't see them getting any better. I think they got worse. I think replacing Ibaka with Montrezl Harrell is not an upgrade. I don't think that's a major downgrade, but it's absolutely a downgrade. And yeah, it sucks for the Clippers because I really wanted to see what they would do. Now the question to you, Caleb, what happens with Kawhi Leonard? Kawhi Leonard has a year left on his contract. I hope you guys realize that. Kawhi is about to be a free agent next year. He hasn't had much success there. What do you think he's going to do?
It depends on this season. I think they're lucky because he wanted to play for LA, like an LA team because he's from LA. They get a little bit of slack there. But man, I wouldn't bank on that. Like, you need to make a move to get you closer. Losing Harrell's a big loss, and people are gonna say, well, he sucked defensively, like I said earlier, but he's better than the bench big they have now. Well, I guess their bench big now is Ibaka, but like, I don't know. I still might take Harrell over Ibaka. I'll be honest.
Well, think about it. You're losing the Lou Will Montrezl Harrell connection, which if you guys saw last year in the playoffs, and especially the year before, when you saw them against the Warriors, they were taking on a Warriors championship team as an 8 seed, and they were fighting. So that's a huge part of Montrezl's game is him and Lou Will have a very good connection. I wonder how that will happen in LA with the Lakers now, but I think a big loss for the Clippers. I want to see what they do next. I mean, when you lose a guy like that, you got to replace him. They don't have the ability to get back to the championship, and not back to the championship. They don't have the ability to get to the championship because the Lakers got significantly better, and especially their bench improved. The Clippers' bench got worse, and the only thing they really did from their last season roster was add Marcus Morris. So not really too high on what the Clippers did. We'll see what happens with them.